Now, if you had been watching our show, you would know that one of our experts, not in the studio today, Zahir Khan, is extremely excited about the second match of the day because he says potentially it could be the match of the tournament at this stage because West Indies caused this upset. In addition now to what Sri Lanka have done to England, it really opens up the tournament completely. So I think, we like to root for underdogs anyway, underdogs, but rooting for the West Indies tomorrow will really open things up.
Well, yeah, for their sake, and for the sake of an exciting tournament, yes, you definitely want West Indies to do well tomorrow and beat New Zealand. And I think it'll make for a very interesting pool table after that. It'll really open up, where everybody stands and who stands a chance, and it'll be a little run for the finish line. Then that last 50-meter dash is going to happen. So suddenly the last 3 games of the tournament of the league phase becomes very, very exciting. But we as Indians, I don't think are very new to that feeling. We deal with those emotions on a yearly basis, and I think this year we're getting to deal with it twice maybe. So it'll be good for us.
What I liked is when it's this time of night, you refer to the points table as pool table. Lovely. That's what we're headed next, maybe. All right, let's check the pool table out. I mean, it's being rephrased right now for the moment because it is. It's a pool because that's what it is, a new format as in 1992. And this is where things stand for New Zealand and the West Indies. New Zealand was sitting pretty on top. Now they've just slipped 1 place to 9 points. And what if the West Indies now in 6 games get to 5 points? That means 3 more matches potentially for them to get to 11 points. That's what
I think West Indies right now, they have only 1 win. So basically they can land up 5, they can win all 3. If 3 left, they could go, they're on 3 right now. So they could go logically up to 9. So if they go up to 9.
Up to 11.
Up to 11.
They're on 3.
They're on 3
win
right
tomorrow.
Now. And they got 4 more games left.
4 more games left. Yeah, okay,
including
fine.
tomorrow.
4 more games left.
Yeah, but so if they win 3 out of 4, they're on 9, which also could compete. At some point in time, 9 could come into contention. But I'm telling you that the thing about the West Indies is you have 3 explosive batsmen. You've got Lewis, you've got Hetmyer, and you've got Puran. 2 of those 3 get going. Something can happen. So far, what's happened, Shai Hope has played his part pretty well. Gale has also not been this thing. Gale is an important part and he hasn't really been the force that he could have been in this tournament so far. He's not going to sign off without giving you something special because odds on this is his last World Cup. I think he's going to tell himself that, okay, I have just 3-4 matches to make an impact in this tournament. I'm hoping for a big one from the big man.
Indian fans are saying, what is Joy talking about? They're playing the West Indies, so let it be in this match and not against India. But any possible changes for the West Indies lineup? Because they have tinkered occasionally. They've had this ping pong game or this seesaw happening between Darren Bravo and Evan Lewis. Now, Evan Lewis seems to have established his place in there. So could you possibly see maybe a Kemar Roach given a look in against New Zealand?
Instead of whom? Instead of Shannon Gabriel or O'Shane Thomas or Sheldon Cottrell. I think Shannon Gabriel is the only choice there. But would they make that change? I'm not quite sure. They probably would. I don't think it would be a bad idea to bring back Ashley Nurse as well, because Andre Russell isn't.
The insurance for Andre Russell's overs.
Yeah,
you need that 6th bowler.
Yeah. You need that 6th bowler to give you that, because Andre Russell is not going to bowl you his 10 for sure. He's going to bowl you 4. He should have been bowling 4 from the get-go. But obviously, Jason Holder thought Andre Russell is the real Superman. But he is Superman
He's
with a
got
bat.
human knees.
Yeah,
he's Superman with
very
human knees.
But despite the fact that he bowled so well, I think they got carried away by that first spell.
Yeah, I just think it was the first. See, the thing is, he's gotten quicker, right? But his knees haven't gotten stronger, unfortunately for him. So I think, he's also hasn't played one-day cricket for so long. So not just bowling, standing out there in the field for 50 overs is also going to take a toll on your knees, right? So, and it's not just like, even if you're batting, you're going to be batting for 15, 20 overs. It's not like you're going to be batting for 12. If you're batting for 12 overs in a T20 game, you've batted a lot. So if you're batting, otherwise he's batting for essentially 7, 8, maybe 6, 5 overs.
Sometimes less, he's got a quota.
Yeah, and then he goes out there and creates such an impact, right? So that's when he dons that Superman cape of his. But when he's bowling, he's got very human knees, like Joyda said. And I think that the sooner West Indies get aware of that fact, the better for them, and then they will make those changes accordingly. And I think that's what they need to do. I think they need to bring in another all-rounder, preferably a spinner, so that there's a change up there. Otherwise, it just gets too one-dimensional with fast bowlers bowling, and then they seem to be going only with that, the short ball, the short ball length to most of the teams, and that's become too predictable, I believe. So I think if they have a spinner in their ranks, it might just help them out and give them a cushion just in case he can't bowl more than 4, which I think he won't be able to bowl more than.
So they have the option of both Ashley Nurse and Fabian Allen. Remember, Fabian Allen has shown that he can bat a bit, so I'm sure they'll consider him, and he's a lightning quick fielder. So something for the West Indies to think about when they talk about the man with the kryptonite in his knees. Yes, Superman has little injections of kryptonite in his knees. New Zealand, should we even look at that because they don't make changes to their team? But just for the sake of form, let's have a look at the team that's been identical for 4 games, and that shows some consistency.
They will not change their team. I think they're going with the tried and tested formula of make the least changes, and if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, don't fix it, I agree.
If it's not broken, they won't fix it. They're very, you know them, and when you interact with them, you understand that they're very, simple, clear-headed, straightforward people, and they will not mess with something that is not broken.
Yeah, every time Kane Williamson comes to the toss and he's asked, did you consider Henry Nicholls, Ish Sodhi, Tim Southee? He said, oh, we consider them, they're great guys, but if you can't get them in.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, the only change, and they will not consider it, I think the only change they would look at any team who plays against the West Indies, I believe, it's always great to have a leg spinner because they just don't play leg spin at all. But then who's the guy you take out? Because Santner has been so vital for them, not just as a bowler, but as a late order batsman, stabilizing batsman.
Underrated lower order batsman.
So they can't
Only possibility would have been one of the 2 all-rounders, and they've been doing a good job for them.
Grandhome has done a job.
Tim Southee is sitting out for crying out loud, and he's someone who's played a lot of World Cups, if I'm not wrong. He's played this, I think it's his 3rd World Cup, if I'm not wrong, from 2011, 2015, and now. So he's sitting out. So that goes to show what good form this team is in, and how much they believe in their players, and how much they believe in sticking with the guys who are doing the job for you, and trusting them with the faith of the group, and saying, okay, you guys are doing well, we'll continue with you guys, we won't mess around with it. Let's just keep going. This is one tournament that happens once in 4 years, play the best players.